Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for another episode of Chellington Valley. Well, it's afternoon and we've been busy, super busy. Harv's helping hands have really been going at it, been more harvesting taking place, lots of straw collected. Julie, Hugo. Why do I keep calling him Hugo? Julie, Hugh, and Kevin worked on a very large silage bale contract this morning. And you can see, Harv's Helping Hands is bringing in the cash. And that means there's some opportunities. And all three of them have jobs this afternoon. Now, Julie has been working with Hugh quite a bit lately, just to get him up to speed, up and running. And she is convinced that he is ready for his own job. So the three of them, we got them sorted out. Julie is right here with all that harvesting. Well, that means fields are going to need to be planted. And as you can see, I've been on a supply run, a big supply run. And I just realized there's more supply I think I probably need, but I'll sort that out later. Anyway, all three of them are in the fields. Julie is sitting right here patiently waiting for me to provide her with some seeds so she can get started for Farmer Jack here on field 92. So let me get her loaded up. And it looks like she's off and running. We've got her loaded up with seed. And I've got to wait for her to move before I can get going here. There we go. Come on, Jules. Outstanding. I have also got Kevin in the field ready to plant, and I've got Hugh in a field ready to plant, so I need to run some seed up to those guys also. And, as luck would have it, that is on the way to a new piece of equipment that I'm going to be checking out this morning. That's very much going to be needed to get Triple H Farms up and running. So let's check in with Kevin real quick. We should be going this way. Pretty sure it's up in this direction. Well, I ended up taking the long way, but we got there in the end. That's the Harv way. If you can get there in 5 minutes, why not make it 10? Alright, let's get Kevin up and running here. Okay. Okay, we've got old Kevin up and running. Now I need to run up to Hugh. Hugh is the man of the hour, and I've got something to show you. It's on the way to my stop at a farm up to on the northeast, up northeast of Felmersham, and it's pretty spectacular, if I do say so myself. It cost me a little bit, but in the long run, I think it's going to be worth it. I really think it's going to be worth it. We're going to find out. But I'm going to drive on up there, go track down Hugh, get him running in the field, and then go look at that piece of equipment. See you in a minute. Well, I ended up here with Kevin anyway. Or I'm sorry, with Hugh. So I need to get him sorted out for seed also. And then we'll go take a look. It kind of backfired on me. I had a plan. It backfired, as plans are wont to do. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, now Hugh is off and running, so everybody has their jobs. They're all seeding up fields. Harv's Helping Hands hard at work. Harv's Helping Hands hard at work. So let's go take a look, shall we? Good Lord. Come on, Harv. Pull it together, man. Pull it together. Not much farther now. This is awesome. I have to say this is pretty spectacular, if I do say so myself. We have to pull out to get the full effect. Right here, next to a major roadway that everybody uses to come in and out of the Chellington Valley. Haha! A Harv's Helping Hands billboard. Everybody, if they didn't know already, is going to know about Harv's Helping Hands. And the great part is, not only is there one on this end of the valley, you can't see it from here, obviously, but there's another one all the way down at the far end. So advertising in full effect. Keeping my people working, keeping them busy, keeping that money coming in, which is allowing me to do the things that I want to do. And to be fair, they are being paid very well. Now, I'm stopping up here because I talked to Farmer Jack, and he said that a farmer up here at Pine Creek Farm, that's what this is right here, had an old combine that they were looking to get rid of. And I don't think the word old really describes this. I don't think it really describes this accurately at all. I did talk to the guys. He was going to have it out. He couldn't be here today, but he was going to set it out for me, give me access to it, and he said, yes, it's old. It doesn't look very good, but he's done a lot of work on it. He's got it up to speed. It looks like he's got new tires on here, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Looks like he's done quite a bit of work in the interior. He's replaced the seat, replaced the control panel apparently. It starts up and runs really nice. The best part is, well, it's got good pickup on it. It runs about, he said it runs about 350 horsepower. And the nice thing is, I don't know if you've priced combines lately, but the whole package here is going to be 40,000 quid. 40,000 pounds, which will leave me with about 94,000, but that's not counting what the hands are going to be bringing in today. I don't know about you, but I think that's a bargain. I'm definitely taking this. It's the perfect size for my little field. I should say, well, I'm not going to say that yet. We'll see. But I may have a plan. I think I've got a plan. I'm pretty sure I've got a plan. But at this point, my plan is to get back down to the yard at Harv's Helping Hands, offload this stuff, see if I might need other supplies, and I'm on the wrong side of the bloody road here, see if I might need other supplies. It's very, very possible that I'm going to need some lime. Very possible I might need some lime. I've got a good amount of fertilizer now, so we can get fertilizer jobs done, and I can use it as I need it. Plenty of herbicide at the moment, same deal. But mostly, I think I might need lime. That could become important. So, with that said, I'm on my way to the Harv's Helping Hands yard. We'll check in down there. Well, as it turns out, I ended up buying fertilizer I didn't need. That's not the truth, actually. I mean, I got plenty. I forgot I had already bought some, but that's okay because I will definitely go through it. There's no question about the fact that I will go through it. Yeah, there's Julie over there, still working away for Farmer Jack. Very nice. The herbicide I know I'm going to need. no question about that. And well, you all saw I had run myself out of seed, and I still don't have a lot because, well, I just sent it off to 3 different fields that are being planted at the moment. But hey, that's alright, because they should bring in a goodly amount of money. A little bit of luck. We could bring in another 20,000 pounds or so today. And because I've got equipment in the way, I am just going to stack this stuff up right out here for the moment. Oh, come on. Stacking on top of an IBC tank isn't necessarily optimal, but it's not going to hurt in the short term. It's got that metal frame around it anyway, so no worries there. God, I love this little tractor. Just love it. But, as always, I have a plan. There's always a plan. And that means I need to run inside real quick, make a phone call or two. We'll catch back up in a second. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't nearly as painful as it could have been. Okay, it might have been slightly more painful than it could have been. But that's not the point. The point is right now that I own a new field. Oh yes, yes, yes I do. I've got a new field that needs to be prepped and worked. Very much worked. So I am going to get up to that field and start working it. Absolutely. And believe it or not, Kevin has finished up his planting job already, and the farmer paid me off already, so that works in my favor today. I'm going to take this smaller pallet of fertilizer up with me, I think, just to I'll probably leave it up there. I've got extra fertilizer now, so it'll be safe to leave it up at Triple H Farm. Won't have to worry about running out up there when I need it, because I've got 2 fields now. 2 fields. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Alright, we'll see you up at Triple H. So this right here is my linseed crop. It is growing quite nicely, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it all sorts out. Really want to see how this crop turns out. Luckily, the field that I just purchased, now it was spendy. It was 94,000 quid. But look at this beauty. I'll drop my fertilizer over here just in case I need it before I'm done. Check it out. This is my new field. Now it's going to need a lot of work. It needs a lot of work to get up and running, but I don't see that being a problem. In fact, alright, so here's the deal. Here's the score, and this is how I'm going to handle it. This field needs lime, it needs plowed, and it needs planted. It needs everything. And it's going to need herbicide on it also, of course, because we don't want those weeds coming in. We're going to prevent them right out of the gate. Not going to let the weeds come in here whatsoever. So what I'm doing is I am going to throw a coat of fertilizer on this bad boy. Next I'm going to get my lime on. Then I'm going to plow all of that in. And then I'm going to come back in and plant it. I don't know what I'm going to plant it with yet. I still need to sort that out. Not entirely sure. But the real issue is I think I'm going to have to run down to the store and buy more lime. I'm almost sure I need to run down to the store and buy more lime. That's another trip back to the shop. Because, you know, that's half of what a farmer does apparently, is spends time running to the shop and back. Which, from what I've seen, isn't necessarily far from the truth. I've watched a few farmers, you know, just to make sure that I was up to snuff and all of that, and that I knew what I was doing here. And anyway, they do an awful lot of running around. But hey, you know, I haven't even harvested my first crop yet, and I've already managed to get a second field. And I don't know about you, but that makes me pretty darn happy. Because what that tells me is all of the hard work that I put in getting Harv's Helping Hands up and running has paid off. You know? From the ground up, man, when I first came here, people didn't know me. They didn't really want to give me much in the way of an opportunity to work. And lo and behold, what came of it? Well, you're seeing what happens when you work hard, right here and now. This right here is what happens. Success is what happens. Success is a measure of how hard you are willing to work. I firmly believe in that. I very firmly believe in that. And Harv's Helping Hands is proving me right. And frankly, you know, some of you might be saying, well, you're not doing the work. They are. That's true. That is true at this point. But I'm doing additional work, and this is going to continue to bring in profit. At some point, they'll be separate entities, the farm and Harv's Helping Hands, but I will still be getting paid by Harv's Helping Hands. So it'll never be completely separate, and I didn't need extra fertilizer after all. I'll be darned. Well, that's okay. I'll have fertilizer up here. Like I said, I've got extra now, so no harm in putting some up here. And at some point I do need to work on this farmyard a little bit. Besides, I've got my cedar up here, and that cedar is going to come in handy here pretty darn soon. And, well, field 110. And some of you might be thinking, why didn't you just buy field 105 right next to you? And you know, I thought about that, but it's half the size of 110. So I'm not sure what I want to do up here just yet. So I think I will just put this fertilizer underneath this awning for now. Then I need to run back, get the lime. I'm going to do this hope and pray business with the lime again. Well, the whole hope and pray thing, as you probably guessed, did not work out. Of course it didn't. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. So I had to run and get more lime. No biggie. No big deal. But in the interim, everybody has finished up their work for the day, which is great. Everyone has paid up for the day, which is even greater. And better still, I called that farmer back and said, hey, I appreciate you letting me take a look at that combine, and I think it's just what I might need. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's ugly, but it will work, right? No, seriously. It's going to be perfect for Triple H Farms. It's ugly, but it's small. We don't have a lot to do, but we are expanding rapidly, very rapidly, and I'm cutting myself a little bit thin. I know I'm cutting myself a little bit thin, but that's okay because Harv's Helping Hands is doing what it needs to do. And yes, I talk about it a lot, but you know what? With good reason. I'm proud of that. Very proud of what we've built. And by the end of the day today, I'm going to have this field ready to go. Once I finish up this lime, then it's just going to be a quick matter of plowing. Well, there's not going to be anything quick about the plowing. It's a good sized field. I mean, it's a good 4 acres. At least 4 acres. But that's going to move me in the direction of getting my sheep. I really want to get those sheep. Oh, and there's something I need to show you. There is something I need to show you because I forgot to mention it earlier. But I managed to find some guys who could come in and do a little bit of, let's call it removal work for me. They sorted me out, much in the same way that Bex sorted out my sign and got me those billboards. Oh, I'm going to love those billboards. They're going to bring in even more business, I'm sure. We're almost done, and I'll run this lime right on up to the farm again, like I did the fertilizer, and then we'll go look and see exactly what I've accomplished here. Then I need to run over, get the other tractor, get the plow. Oh, I missed a few spots over here I need to touch up real quick. This won't take but a minute. I was pretty lax on this edge over here. Luckily, lime is cheap. And yes, I know, I still have a big hospital bill to pay, and it is still charging me interest every day. I've got that interest pretty well covered at this point. Very well covered, actually. So I'm not as concerned, but I'm going to get it paid off. I am, and as soon as I have my next good chunk of money like I had today, I'm going to throw a whole bunch of it into paying off the hospital because, well, I haven't forgotten. They saved my life, and I can't thank them enough for that. They've given me this opportunity to build this new life for myself, regardless of what the old one was. I've been able to build a new one here just for me, and maybe someday mine. You know, me and mine. Get that? Yeah, you get it. And maybe, just maybe, you've already figured out what it is I want to show you, because I just passed it. We'll shut down here. Right back here, I don't know if you remember or not, but this right here used to be a slurry pit. Not anymore. The slurry pit is gone. They ripped out all that concrete and filled it in for me. Those guys were awesome. And I also had them come up here and pull out the piping and the water trough up here. So this is all clear. So I don't think I'll worry too much about this little spot. But the big spot back there where the slurry pit was, I can definitely just add that onto my field once I harvest this linseed. So that field can expand. And of course, that is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I was so pleased when I sorted that out and got them to take care of it for me. Alright, time to grab a plow. Okay, we are off and running with the plow. This is going to take a while. This is going to take a goodly long walk because I've only got this old baby plow, as you can see. I really thought the lime would mix in a little bit better, but apparently it is not. That's alright. We'll live with it. No problem whatsoever. So I'm going to plow this field. You all can kick back, listen to a little music. Alright, this field is plowed, and I think I've discovered exactly why it's behaving so strangely. So, when I bought this field, it looked plowed, right? But when you buy a new field, they always have to be plowed. So the map decided that the field needed plowed, but it already had a plowed state on it, which is why it's not looking like freshly plowed. If that makes any sense. It's a contradiction. But what's cooler than that, I have to say, look at our linseed now. That is a sweet looking crop right there. I love it. That is outstanding. And I mean that in every regard. That is pretty darn cool. I love those little purple flowers. It's the little things. You have to appreciate the little things. And it's 5:30. A job well done today. And I think it's time for a pint or two at Maxwell's Bed and Breakfast Pub. I love Maxwell's. Although, it's kind of slowed down lately. I'm not sure why. I haven't been seeing all the interesting characters I used to in there. Looks like my grass field is ready to go again also. And then, first thing in the morning, I will get somebody to drive me up and pick up that new harvester. We are well on our way. There's only one piece of the puzzle missing. Actually, there's a couple pieces of the puzzle missing, but one in particular that I need ASAP, especially if I'm going to harvest a field. With that said, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Chellington Valley. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.